heading back to the trail. It's gonna be tough getting back in the woods after a couple days of pampering. The good news is I've only got today, and then I get to go to another hotel, and then I'm out in the woods for quite a few days in a row after tonight. All right, Bill dropped me off. He's heading back, and I am headed back on trail. Look how different I look without the big shaggy beard. My goodness. Once I shaved it, I'm like, man, my mouth looks so big now that it's not all covered up with hair. Anyway, so today is, it's 55 degrees this morning. And down at the lower elevations, it was perfectly clear. And as soon as we started to get up in the mountains, it was just like this haze and mist. There's no rain forecasted for today. However, it's misting a little bit, so I put my raincoat on when I got out of the car, and the terrain looks to be pretty gentle on the map today. I was completely dry. I've walked about 150 yards, and my socks are already soaked because all the water on the grass that I'm walking through. Got about 19.1 or 2, or it's just over 19 miles into Waynesboro, where I will be staying for the night. And then tomorrow I'll be going into the Shenandoah National Park. All right, I'm gonna get to making some miles, and I'll talk to you in a bit. Gone about a mile so far, and the trail's looking very much like it did when I left. We still got pools of water, and this one you can hear the water rushing underground and coming out here. So far, this first mile has been a lot of just big wet rock walking, which makes for slow going. So I'm probably, unless something changes, if this keeps up for 19 miles, I'm gonna be getting into Waynesboro much later than I originally anticipated. I've been hiking about 3 hours this morning so far. There have been quite a few places that I think will be really good views, but it's socked in, and it's just still muddy and cloudy and overcast. Check out this baby deer.
I don't know.
Hello, okay. It's been a minute here. It's about 20 till 1 in the afternoon. We've got about 12 miles in so far today. It's still just kind of real overcast and foggy. You can't really see very far. The terrain still a little rocky, but for the most part it's been pretty easy. And the elevation profile has been great all day. So the last several miles went by pretty fast. I've been hiking with Maggie and talking to her. If you remember, Maggie is the one whose husband's here with the RV that took me into town for dinner the other night. And then right after her husband, she stopped at the RV again at a road crossing, and I kept going. And then right after that, this guy I have not seen since way back. I remember where I met him. I met him at Bly Gap, which is just after the Georgia border, like mile 78. So it's been like 800 miles since I've seen him. And he said, oh my gosh, he was going southbound. He goes, man, I haven't seen you in a long time. And he told me the end of his hike at Standing Bear Farm after the Smokies. He had lost 5 toenails, and him and his brother were hiking together. So his brother still on his hike. He says he's here doing some support for his brother this week. I said, well, I haven't seen your brother either. He said that he was right around here somewhere. So I guess me taking the 0 yesterday or whatever got us closer together. And then he was telling me about 3 other people that I knew way back from the Smokies and before that were about 30 miles back. So it was pretty fun. A big lift of the spirits. See somebody from early on and know that there are more people I know coming up from behind. I don't know that they'll catch me, but it's good to know that they're all still out here. All right, so I've got about, I think, 7 more miles to go to Waynesboro. And I need to check in the hotel, and then I may even do laundry again. Even though my stuff all smelled so good when I left Bill and Rhonda's, it's been a damp, muddy day. So, and I know there's washers and dryers at the hotel, so may go ahead and do that again tonight. I don't know if I told you all, I got my full resupply for the to start the Shenandoahs last night. Bill and Rhonda took me to Walmart, so I'm just carrying it today. It's easier just to carry it one day than it is to have to deal with finding a ride and going to do it all once I get here to town. This way I can just relax, maybe do laundry, get some food, and have nothing else I got to do. So, all right, I've been jabbering enough. Time to keep walking. So, man, I'm looking svelte. I was told earlier that somebody didn't recognize me and that someone else said I looked like a baby. So I was looking like an old man there for a bit. So I'll take the baby for now. All right, see you in a bit. That's pretty cool there. You can see the stone foundation and the stone fireplace and chimney. It's a W.J. Mayo home place. Made it to Rockfish Gap. There's a bunch of different roads going different ways. Looks like there's a busier road under me. I'm really not sure where I'm going. It looks like this is Interstate 64. The trail goes this way, and it said I was still 0.1 from Rockfish Gap. But I do see several other parking areas on other roads off in the distance. So not really sure the best place to go here. So right now I'm just heading up to what I think is where the trail goes, so I can walk to where I will resume tomorrow. I need to find out how I'm getting to the hotel. I don't have anything lined up for that. So either got to find a ride, hitch, or call a shuttle. I'll let you know what I figure out here. I made it to the Quality Inn. Okay, so I walked over to the Reid's Gap parking area, and there were some hikers there waiting for a shuttle they had called. And I met this kid earlier today. He was just out for a day hike. He's starting a Sobo hike on June 7th or June 9th. He'll be starting in Mount Katahdin and coming south. So he's doing the same hike I am, just in reverse. And southbounders start later. Today was actually the first day they could start because the hunt trail at Mount Katahdin just opened. Anyway, ran to him earlier in the day. He happened to pull into the parking lot about a minute and a half after I walked into the lot and asked if anybody needed any snacks or anything. I said no, but I could use a ride. So he gave me and another gentleman a ride to the Quality Inn, and I have been quick, let me tell you. I got here, checked in, quickly changed into my rain clothes, ran down to the laundry room. There's only one washer, one dryer, and the washer was open. So I got my clothes. All I had was the couple things I wore today, but I thought might as well wash them. So, because I got them pretty muddy a couple times. So anyway, my laundry's already going. I'm gonna shower, and then pretty much my chores are done since Bill and Rhonda helped me take care of all that when I stayed with them. And I'm gonna get some dinner and just relax the rest of the evening. I said that I walked to the Reid Gap parking lot. That's incorrect. I walked to the Rockfish Gap parking lot. Reid Gap is where I started this morning. Rockfish Gap is where I ended. All right, now that we got that straight, have a good one. All right, I'm back. So guess what? Puffer and 2x4 happened to be in town today, and they were staying at the hostel. So I'm going to meet them at a place called Klein's Dairy Bar. It's supposed to be a famous dairy bar. So I still haven't really eaten any food all day other than a few bars. And the guy that gave me a ride gave me a couple powdered donuts. But I've definitely had under 1,200 calories today. I've got to have some food. 1,200 calories and hiking a little over 19 miles is not a good mix. But we're going to start with dessert. I'm going for ice cream. And then I will figure out what I'm gonna eat after the ice cream. And Klein's is coming up. Check it out, Klein's Dairy Bar. The dairy bar, whatever the name of the dairy bar was, it was really good ice cream or frozen custard. Then I headed over to Arby's and had some food. Just stopped at the Walmart neighborhood market. Got a, whatever those things are called, like the vegetable and the fruit smoothie supplement drinks. Got a couple of those for the hotel. And now I'm walking back to the room. And that's going to be where I call it a night. Time to rest until tomorrow. And I don't plan to get a real early start tomorrow. I don't even know how I'm getting back to the trail yet. So checkout's 11 a.m. So I'm just going to kind of monitor the weather and see how it goes. And I don't plan on hitting the trail till at least 9 o'clock. So anyway, have a good night. Good morning. Here I am sitting in the Quality Inn. It is, I think, 7:45 or so. And let me tell you, it's storming outside. There is currently a tornado watch, not a warning, a watch until 2 p.m. And then, but that's a pretty big area. So I don't think it's gonna, I think we're good here. Now they just issued a severe thunderstorm warning for the next hour and a half. It's raining pretty hard right now and windy outside. I've been watching the radar this morning and looking at the hourly weather on AccuWeather. It looks like pretty much between now and 9 a.m. is going to keep raining and raining hard. So I'm definitely not leaving this hotel until probably at least 10 a.m. And pretty much after 10 a.m., it looks like, on the hourly anyway, there's only 2 different hours, once at 2 and once at 4 p.m. where there's a chance of a thunderstorm. The radar's also kind of looking the same. It looks like maybe, I don't know, it's kind of hard to tell on the radar right now whether or not there's a big sliver of thunderstorms down south of us, and they're moving up at us like this. So I'm hoping that they go past us as they're moving northeast. So anyway, I still don't know how I'm getting back to the trail. I've called one shuttle driver and they didn't answer the phone, but it's still not even 8 o'clock. So I'm just going to kind of wait it out. Checkout here isn't until 11 a.m. I guess my hope for the day is that the rain stops in a couple hours and it stops before I have to check out of the hotel. And I'm hoping to at least get in maybe 12 miles today. I mean, I'd like to do more, but I don't know. As long as I get some miles in and if I can stay somewhat dry, because it is an absolute downpour out here. Hopefully this passes soon because I got a shuttle coming in an hour and a half to take me back to the trail. It's 10:30 a.m. now, and the rain is just about stopped. It looks like everything's just about past us, other than a couple chances of storms. The worst chance we got is between 4 and 5 o'clock. It looks like there's going to be storms and up to almost a half of an inch of rain then. But anyway, I did call the front desk since we last talked. They said they had no rooms available tonight, and then they called me back a little bit later. There was a cancellation, and they said they had a room, but it was going to be a little more than double the rate I paid last night. So I'm ready to go back to the trail. It's not really raining now, I don't think. It's kind of stopped. It's about to get beautiful outside. I did call. I got a shuttle. Only $5 from the hotel back to the trailhead. Going to be riding with High Class. That's her trail name. And she's going to be here at 11 o'clock to get me. So by the time I get to the trail and get to walking, hopefully it'll be bright and sunny. Well, it's not going to be sunny. Just hopefully it's not pouring down rain. All right, when we get to the trail, we got less than 0.2 to the entrance of Shenandoah National Park. I can't wait. I've been looking forward to the shanties. Okay, high class picked me up on time. She dropped me off back at Rockfish Gap. And here I am, about to go into the shanties. I just filled out the paperwork and I have my backcountry permit that allows me to go into the shanties. And you're supposed to affix a piece of really thin paper to the outside of your pack. I don't think that's a good idea today because of the rain, so I just put it in my pack. Hopefully they won't hassle me too much about that. I'm assuming it's what everybody's gonna do. All right, time to get to seeing some bears. I've been in the Shenandoahs for a few miles now, and so far I have not seen any bears, nor had any views. It's pretty much been just like everything leading up to the Shenandoahs. Lots of rock, wet rock, and lots of places where the trail is just a river today. But I think there's some views coming up in a couple miles. Hopefully it's clear. My first time crossing Skyline Drive. I don't really know what the purpose of these things are, but there are just random chairs in the ground here on this mountaintop. And let me tell you, I sat in this one right here and had a snack, and it was very welcome. Now here is some Shenandoah beauty. Look at this, just entire hillsides covered in ferns. That's nice. It's pretty, and it's a welcome sight other than entire hillsides covered in like poison ivy. Look at that. It's like blue skies a little bit over there even. Trail opens up into this pretty meadow. And of course we go down to that parking lot and straight up that other hill. Look at this thing. Oh, don't go hide behind the rock. Look at this rabbit. It's like right by me. Maybe 11 feet. So I believe that all the chances for afternoon storms have pretty much been moved back. There's still a pretty big cell to the southwest moving northeast, but it looks like there's just a chance at like 8 or 9 o'clock for it to roll through, and then the rain is gone for a while. So by then I should be set up in my tent somewhere. So all is looking up. And look at this big Shenandoah view. Don't mind the utilities. Apparently there's, oh, it's a deer.
Oh, I'm sorry. It looked really dark in the shadow.
So Brett told us there was a bear at camp, but here's the bear. I came and found him. This bear deer is about 10 feet from me, maybe.
Hey, buddy.
Check this out. I've already gotten up to go talk to it once, and it jumped back a little bit and just keeps coming closer. like for perspective, this deer is maybe, what do you think, 8 feet from me?
Yeah.
Its eyes look goofy. It looks like it reminds me of Grace.
Wow. Okay, so it stopped pretty early today. Only did about 11 miles, but that was very welcome. The shanties have been pretty cool so far. As you saw, that deer was just like right up behind me. It hung around us for probably 30 minutes or so. Last night you saw I ran into Brett and Ollie. We went to have ice cream, and that was the only times I've seen them since before trail days. So I caught up with them today in the shanties and camped with them tonight. And we've got a great little spot on top of, I'm not sure what this mountain's called. Is this Calf Mountain?
No, that was back there.
Anyway, I don't know where we're at, but we got this nice little spot where the deer like to hang out on top of whatever the mountain name is. I think we're going to try to do 17 tomorrow and get to our first wayside or camp store, and may stay in an actual like civilian campground, like where you got to pay for a spot and get electricity and take showers and all that. So we'll see. We're supposed to get one more storm coming through 8 or 9 o'clock tonight, I think. And then after that, should be home free on the rain for a while. So I'm going to go ahead and close this episode out here, and I'll see y'all in the next one as we continue going north in the Shenandoahs. Oh my goodness. The storm got here and it is raining hard. This is outside of my tent. Oh, the other side is good. But this side is, man, it didn't look that low when I put this tent up here. I thought I was good here as far as standing water. Well, let's just hope it quits soon and it didn't come in here.